from the WYLN studios in Hazleton, Pennsylvania. WYLN Evening Edition at 5:30 starts right now.
Good evening. It's Tuesday, June 2nd, 2015. I'm Paula Degnan in for Ann Gownley. An early morning water main break continues to cause headaches for motorists, residents, and businesses in one part of Hanover Township today. The latest update is repair work will continue into tomorrow morning, possibly longer. So the Sansui Parkway will remain closed in both directions between St. Mary's Road and Cary Avenue. Pennsylvania American Water Company crews have been on the scene repairing that 24-inch water line, which was discovered around 4:30 this morning. Water tankers are in place at the CVS, Dollar General, and Burger King, and customers are asked to bring their own containers. While work continues, there may be water service disruptions, and once service is restored, customers may experience cloudy water for a short period of time. A 21-year-old Edwardsville man was allegedly caught on surveillance video stealing from his employer. According to Wilkes-Barre Township Police, Savone Williamson faces theft charges for allegedly taking over $1,000 in items from the Lord & Taylor Distribution Center on Highland Park Boulevard in Wilkes-Barre Township. The Susquehanna Steam Nuclear Power Plant in Salem Township has changed owners. PPL completed the spin-off of its energy generation business in combination with assets owned by Riverstone Holdings into a new independent company, Talon Energy Corporation. With the spin-off of the power plants here in Pennsylvania and Montana, the company is now strictly a utility provider. The plant will be renamed Susquehanna Nuclear LLC. The Nuclear Regulatory Commission and U.S. Army Corps of Engineers will hold two meetings this Thursday for public comment on the draft environmental impact statement for the proposed new Bell Bend nuclear power plant in Salem Township. Those meetings again this Thursday from 3 to 5:30 p.m. and 7:30 to 10 p.m. at Bloomsburg University in Monty's building on East 2nd Street. Then the U.S. Nuclear Regulatory Commission will be holding a public meeting the following Thursday, June 11th, from 5 to 6:30 p.m. at the Susquehanna Energy Information Center on Salem Boulevard. That meeting is being held to discuss and answer questions on the agency's assessment of safety performance at the nuclear plant for the year 2014. The Luzerne County Chief Solicitor has been asked if two county council candidates are allowed to serve. Candidates Mark Rabo and John Gadomski may not be able to serve because the county's home rule charter states that board members have to wait 1 year after leaving their posts to take office as elected officials. Councilman Rick Morelli requested the opinion of Solicitor David Pedri on the matter. Republican candidate Mark Rabo resigned from his seat on the County Redevelopment Authority last month. Democratic candidate John Gadomski left his position with the County Industrial Development Authority in April. WYLN will have more information on this story tomorrow on Evening Edition. Legislation has been introduced to protect employees who are paid with debit cards. State Representative Gerald Mullery wants to protect workers who get paid with the cards rather than checks or electronic funds. He wants employees to have access to the full amount of their wages without having to pay for fees associated with the debit cards. Transaction fees can range from 75 cents to $10 a month. House Bill 1274 would allow workers to make one free withdrawal or transfer per pay period. It would also require employers to provide the terms and conditions of the debit cards. A winning Powerball ticket sold in Luzerne County. Is it yours? Wasn't mine. The $2 million Powerball ticket was sold at Nellie's Travel Plaza in New Angola on Saturday. The winning ticket matched all 5 of the white balls, scoring $1 million, plus whoever played bought the power play option, so that means winnings $2 million. However, the red Powerball did not match, so the jackpot continues to climb to $188 million. According to employees at the business, they say it will receive $10,000 and probably go toward making repairs to the building. There were also 2 other winning tickets, one sold in Philadelphia, the other in Lancaster County. If that winning ticket is yours, you can find your own sun. If not, Chief Meteorologist Joe Garbacik is in the Weather Center with a first look at our forecast. And Joe, the big question, when is the sun going to make a comeback?
Well, we're going to start to see the sun across our area gradually, especially going into tomorrow. We're going to start to at least begin to dry things out across our area. Here's a look at the radar the past 6 hours, and you can clearly see that we've continued to have the rain, the drizzle, and we need the rain. It's been very dry across our area, and we're getting the rain. Here's a look at Live 35 Skycast Doppler, and you can see still some leftover lingering rain elsewhere. Fairly light, and we're going to start to dry things out over the next few hours, especially through tonight and tomorrow, looking much nicer, and temperatures generally holding in the 50s to near 60 degrees. More on a complete 7-day forecast coming up a little bit later on.
Thanks, Joe. I'm just one of those people who thinks that the winter that we had should equal the summer that we should have. So the cold should equal the warmth. We'll find out. But coming up next, our Gary Perna has an update on Pennsylvania's budget that is due at the end of the month. Plus, Eric has more sports changes due to today's weather. All coming up next. Don't go away.
You're watching WYLN News, Greater Hazelton's only local news broadcast with Ann Gownley, Gary Perna, Julie Stefanovich, Kristen Bazinski, weather with Joe Garbacik, and sports with Eric DeBerardinis and Gabriella Justin.
Penn State is right here in the Hazleton area.
We're top ranked by corporate recruiters.
We have 4-year degrees, so you can finish here
or at another Penn State campus.
There's new scholarship money available.
And there's no application fee when you visit here.
Penn State Hazleton.
Download your application fee waiver at psu.edu/visit-hazleton.
Express Care. Walk in and you walk into the region's most trusted health network.
A winning smile. It's not the secret to success, but it sure helps. Protect your smile by visiting Dr. Weiss for complete dental services. Dr. Weiss offers a full-service denture laboratory on premises, offering dentures in one day. 3 dentists, 4 hygienists, and a team of caring technicians and assistants specializing in quality dentures and repairs, complete general dentistry, extractions, cleaning, and caps. Dr. Weiss, where you can have new dentures in one day.
We'll find out a little later how the weather is going to cooperate, and let's keep our fingers crossed that it does, because a trail run festival will be taking place this Sunday, and it's all to support a great cause. Our Julie Stefanovich has more on that story.
The Hazleton Community Services for Sight will be hosting its first annual 5 and 10K walk and run in Nescapeck State Park on Sunday, June the 7th. The funds raised will benefit blind and visually impaired residents in the greater Hazleton area. The festival will also provide money for summer camps for children.
We have a campsite and a campsite junior, and that is a program where we take visually impaired young adults as well as kids, and we have a program, a summer day camp, a couple weeks out of the summer, and it's just for the kids who are blind and visually impaired, giving them the opportunity to work together, know what it's like to be a teammate, learning independence, and just trying to improve their quality of life.
Avid runners and amateurs are encouraged to attend this fun-filled event. There will be a kids' fun run for youngsters 10 and under and a Cubs 100-yard dash for children 4 years of age and younger. Plenty of other activities are also planned that day.
We will have entertainment, and after the race, we're going to have hamburgers and hot dogs for everyone. There will be tricky trays. We're going to be doing something new. We're going to be spreading our color. We're going to have red hair extensions, red in honor of the Blind Association, and the white cane with the red tip, so it raises a little more awareness. And we're going to be selling our signature bracelets out there as well. The event is for anyone at all. You could walk, you could run, or just come out and just enjoy the day with us. You could come and take part in the food that we'll have available, as well as our tricky trays, and it's really just a good opportunity to come out and learn a little bit more about the organization as well.
Once again, the race takes place on Sunday, June 7th at Nescapec State Park. It starts at 8:30 a.m. On-site registration will be available, and awards will go to the top 5 male and female finishers, and live entertainment will be provided by local musician Joe Bogwist. Find out more information on the organization by visiting communityservicesforsight.org. Reporting for WYLN News, I'm Julie Stefanovich.
Coming up next, we will have Eric DeBaradinas with WYLN Sports, and Chief Meteorologist Joe Garbacek will take a look at our forecast. Stay tuned.
All Care Home Care, the health care that you need in the comfort and privacy of your own home.
At All Care Home Care, our caring and compassionate staff of skilled nurses, occupational speech, physical therapists, dietitian, social worker, and home health aides will give you the professional care you need. Call 459-3002.
With All Care Home Care, you will feel so much better and be able to do so much more.
Remember, it's still your choice. For your care, call us and we'll be there.
It always feels good to pull my own part. Saves a lot of money too.
I've never actually pulled it before, but I think it's time.
It's environmentally conscious, and it can be a lot of fun.
If you're a do-it-yourselfer who's up for an adventure, then come out to Harry's You Pull It. Pull your own quality recycled auto parts for up to 90% off the cost of buying new. Savings like that'll keep more money in the bank, which could lead to even greater fun. Harry's You Pull It. WeGotUsed.com.
Tune in each week to WYLN TV 35 to watch the #1 Hazleton-based broadcasted television talk show, The Storm, hosted by Tiffany Cloud. Candidates, politicians, community leaders, and more appear on The Storm when they want to be heard. New shows air Wednesdays at 8 p.m. and these additional air times. Only on WYLN TV 35. We're your local network.
Well, we got still overcast skies, a few birds chirping, a little bit of some light drizzle and some mist outside, but the heavier rain continuing to make its way out of our area. It's kind of cool. We don't have the humidity in the air, and it's pretty comfortable actually outside. Now, we've needed the rain quite a bit. That, of course, is the good news, because some of the plants that you can see behind me, like these geraniums, boy, they're going to continue to grow quite nicely because they've gotten the abundant amount of precip that we've seen over the last couple of days. Add to that some sunshine in our forecast. I think the flowers will be doing quite well. All right, on to the weather page for the day. We had that lingering moisture across our area. That is slowly but surely making its way out of our viewing area. Here's a look at our Live 35 Skycast Doppler. Statewide, you can still see some leftover lingering rain right in this corridor through here and down toward the southeastern part of the state of Pennsylvania. Behind it, though, nothing really going on. A little bit of some drizzle or mist that's really too light to be depicted on radar, but pretty much that's about it. And we're going to start to dry things out. Look at the rainfall, though, that we've had since the midnight hour. We have picked up 1.57 inches of rain. And it's a cool one out there. It's only 53 degrees when you walk outside. And it's cool throughout the entire state of Pennsylvania. For the most part, 58 Wilkes-Barre-Scranton International Airport, 55 in Mount Pocono, 57 in Allentown, 63 in Williamsport, 61 in Selinsgrove, 59 in State College, and 64 in Erie. Up in the Wyoming Valley area from Nanticoke through Wilkes-Barre, Kingston, and Lehman, temperatures generally holding in the 50s to near 60 degrees. Satellite radar. In fact, not even going to throw the satellite on because we know it's overcast, so we just show you the rain, and some of it was heavy at times. The yellows and oranges indicated the heavier rain that was falling across our area, but notice how it continues to make its way away from our area and further down toward the south and the east. That is the good news. But it's been dry. We needed the rain desperately, if you will. Cool night tonight, 50s, maybe some upper 40s. Tomorrow, generally in the 60s. Some areas could be near 70 degrees, and then generally dropping off into the 50s, and we'll be in the 50s as we head into early Thursday morning. So again, that unsettled weather continuing to make its way out of our area. And as we go into tomorrow, things looking a little bit nicer across our region. And for the month of May, it was pretty nice temperature-wise throughout the entire Northeast. We were looking at the temperatures on average statewide well above where they should have been for that particular time of year. So we'll see what happens as we progress through the month of June. Here's a look at the extended forecast and what we can expect over the next couple of days. Hey, it's looking pretty nice for tomorrow. A mix of clouds and sunshine. The sun will be out. 70 degrees, 63, a little bit cooler for Thursday, looking good for Friday. Maybe a couple of scattered showers around as we go into our Saturday. We still should be up into the 70s. Looking good for Sunday. Early next week, maybe a few more showers around. Overall temperatures not looking too bad. And some of the overnight lows, they will be cool, but at the same time, they're going to be very comfortable. We'll have more for you coming up after these commercial messages.
For all your projects, large and small, Bedrock Gardens has it all. They are fully stocked and ready to fill your order. Rubber mulch and rubber curbing to match. Lots of color choices to pick from. Wall stone, natural stone, full pallets ready to go. Their bins are full with rich colored quality mulch that will look wonderful all season long. Finish off your fabulous outdoor space with their quality patio furniture and easy to assemble fire pits. Everything you need for your summer projects. Delivery available, or just stop by and they will load you up. Bedrock Gardens, locally owned and operated. Call today.
If you haven't found the perfect fishing getaway, you haven't been to Captain's Cove. Located on Henderson Harbor in upstate New York, Captain's Cove offers a variety of accommodations to please just about anyone. The motel, also located on the harbor, offers a magnificent view. Enjoy free morning coffee, air-conditioned rooms, cable TV, and HBO. The cottage can accommodate up to 8 people with 3 bedrooms, a complete kitchen, washer-dryer, 2 full baths, air conditioning, an outside grill, and picnic table. Call us today for rates and information at 1-800-824-FISH.
WYLN Weather is sponsored by Coordinated Health. Coordinated Health, we make you better together.
I grew up in Pittston. I know what it takes to live in a small town. I know a lot of these people, and they know me.
And that's why I believe everyone should have access to high-quality, affordable health care. And why I'm pleased to tell you about a new choice, Coordinated Health. I want the very best for my family, friends, and neighbors, and I know Coordinated Health
will bring a new level of patient care to the Wyoming Valley.
Another big question, will Pennsylvania have a balanced budget passed on time? The countdown is on. WYLN's Gary Perna has more on the budget battle.
The State House Republicans voted down Governor Tom Wolf's proposed shifting plan Monday unanimously. That shifting plan is part of his budget. The Democrats in the House calling it a stunt, saying that the Republicans are not willing to work with the governor and the Democrats in the House. Majority Leader David Reed said the vote gives the Wolf administration what they've been asking for, a vote on the entire tax plan in the budget, rather than breaking it down piece by piece and voting on it individually.
Let me just be clear, what the Republicans did just a few minutes ago was a stunt. It was the thing, I think, that makes Pennsylvanians really upset with what goes on here in Harrisburg. This is the kind of gamesmanship that we were not sent here to play. We were sent here to actually have a substantive conversation. And a substantive conversation includes a conversation on the structural budget deficit. What are we going to do about that? Not games, not stunts, but a real conversation.
Governor Wolf's plan includes billions of dollars in tax shifting to reduce property taxes and increase state spending. The plan calls for taxing the natural gas industry and raising cigarette and cigar taxes. Last week, State Representative Jerry Knowles joined me on Topic A to talk about the budget and give us his thoughts on the plan.
Any money that he would generate in new revenue would go into new spending. I mean, you talk about increases. He wants to give more money to basic ed, more money to higher ed, more money to human services, corrections, aging, agriculture, health, DCNR, DEP, DCED, with very few exceptions. He wants to give more money to everybody, and it's just, you just can't spend what you don't have.
This is a holistic bill, and that I actually, all the pieces tied together. That's one thing, but I also said, if you have a better idea, I'm all ears. Let's have a conversation. That's all I'm asking for here. There are pieces here that you take one out, you've got to replace it. I mean, that's clear, and that takes a real conversation. That's all I want.
The budget is due by law on June 30th, but many in Harrisburg do not believe the budget will be passed on time.
I really don't know, but I can tell you that the House of Representatives, particularly the Republican caucus, we think it's very important that we have an on-time budget. An on-time balanced budget which controls spending.
The House, along with the Senate and the administration, will be hammering out this budget all month long. Reporting for WILN News, I'm Gary Perna.
Coming up next, Eric DeBerardinis with WILN Sports, and Chief Meteorologist Joe Gabarczyk will be back with one look at our forecast. Stay tuned.
Tune in every Sunday night on WILN from 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. for hard-hitting, high-flying, non-stop action as only Pennsylvania Premier Wrestling High Voltage can bring you. That's Pennsylvania Premier Wrestling every Sunday night on WILN. I'll see you in the ring.
Go hog wild for Iron Pigs Baseball. WILN is televising the Lehigh Valley Iron Pigs Live, America's favorite pastime on your local network, WILN TV 35. See the Major League Stars of tomorrow at Coca-Cola Park. Don't miss any of the games here on WILN TV 35. Visit WILNTV.com for a complete Iron Pig schedule. Lehigh Valley Iron Pigs on WILN, your home for live sports.
More rain equals more waiting for local baseball and softball teams looking to begin their state title quests. All games involving District 2 and District 11 schools were postponed for the second day in a row and pushed back to tomorrow. Hazleton, Nanticoke, and Holy Redeemer softball will all play at Wilkes University pending the weather. Wyoming Valley West, Pottsville, and Schuylkill Haven baseball also rescheduled for Wednesday. Holy Redeemer boys volleyball unaffected by the precipitation, and tonight they'll take on two-time defending champion Northeastern in the PIAA semifinals. We'll have those highlights on Late Edition Sports. More games on the schedule tonight. International League action, Lehigh Valley hosting Rochester, which you can see right here on WILN beginning at 7 p.m. And the Rail Riders with another crack at Pawtucket after dropping their series opener. Home hasn't been a happy place for Scranton Wilkes-Barre as they entered Monday just 12-18 at PNC Field. But they get on the board first. First inning, Kyle Roller to one of the deepest parts of the ballpark where you can't get a souvenir. Good for a triple as he drives in Mason Williams. Then in the second, Williams the RBI single for a 2-0 advantage. But the long ball an issue for the home team. Jackie Bradley Jr. takes Kyle Davies' yard in the third. And then we fast forward to the sixth. Humberto Quintero with a 2-run blast. And the Paul Sox add another homer en route to a 5-3 victory. Tonight in the MLB, Phillies hosting the Reds. Both New York teams on the West Coast, Yankees in Seattle, while the Mets are in San Diego. John Hines has helped young talent reach the NHL for years as the head coach of the Wilkes-Barre Scranton Penguins. Today, the New Jersey Devils hired Hines, making him the youngest coach in the league. The 40-year-old leaves the Baby Pens as the franchise's all-time leader in wins after reaching the postseason in each of his 5 seasons in charge. He led the team to back-to-back conference finals and consistently developed some of the AHL's top defenses and goalies. Hines becomes the 5th former Wilkes-Barre Scranton coach to currently serve as a head coach in the NHL. Those are your sports. Stay tuned. Coming up, Joe Garbacik is in with a final look at the forecast.
During these changing times, is your insurance program up to date? I'm local Allstate agent Gary McNeilis. I invite you to come into our office or give us a call. We'll help you be sure that you have the proper coverage to take care of all your family's needs at a price you can afford. Now more than ever, you need to be in good hands to protect everything that's important to you. Our team of insurance professionals and I will be honored to serve you. Are you in good hands?
For over 25 years, Whitetail Preserve Shooting Range, 118 Boulevard Road, Bloomsburg, has provided professionally designed skeet, trap, and sporting clay fields. All stations are handicapped accessible with resident NRA certified shooting instructors on site. There are packages available to fit anyone's budget, restaurant and catering on site. Our facility is also available for weddings, business meetings, bachelor and private parties. Call 570-384-2314.
Go hog wild for Iron Pigs Baseball. WILN is televising the Lehigh Valley Iron Pigs Live, America's favorite pastime on your local network, WILN TV 35. See the Major League Stars of tomorrow at Coca-Cola Park. Don't miss any of the games here on WILN TV 35. Visit WILNTV.com for a complete Iron Pig schedule. Lehigh Valley Iron Pigs on WILN, your home for live sports.
WILN Sports broadcasting live June 14th at the Weatherly Hill Climb. WILN Sports will take you up the hill, past the Devil's Hook, around the hairpin turn, and through the Dutchman. All the turn-by-turn coverage of the Weatherly Hill Climb live on WILN TV 35. Off the Beaten Path and discover the Pennsylvania you never knew existed on WILN TV 35.
Well, we needed the rain. We've definitely been getting it over the last couple of days, and that's the good news because, of course, we were in those drought watches, still continue to be in those, but we know what can happen, especially as we progress closer and closer to the first day of summer. It can get quite sticky, muggy, hot, dry. So any kind of rain we could get, obviously, it's welcome. We still have some rain left over, making its way further toward the south and east, just out of the Hazleton area, but down through Allentown and Philadelphia, Harrisburg, still seeing some rain. Left over, we really don't see much, but there's still some drizzle in the air, a little bit of some light mist that, again, is just too light to be depicted on radar. Temperature-wise, though, feeling very cool, comfortable, literally no humidity whatsoever. 58 Wilkes-Barre Scranton International Airport, 55 in Mount Pocono, 62 in Selinsgrove. It's also 63 now in Williamsport, 59 in State College, and 62 degrees in Pittsburgh. And we have that rain that continues to move out, and tomorrow as we go into our Wednesday, it's looking like it should be a nicer day across our area. We'll see the sunshine once again. We'll see a mix of clouds and sunshine, so it's not looking too bad across our area. We get to dry things out for a little bit, and then there's going to be a few chances here and there for some scattered showers. Now, as we go into our Thursday, it's going to be a little bit cooler, only in the 60s. Friday will be about 70 degrees. The weekend at this point overall, it's not shaping up to be too bad. I think we'll see temperatures in the 70s, maybe a few showers around for Saturday, maybe a few more as we go into early next week. But you can clearly see for some of those overnight lows dropping down into the 50s. And that's not bad. Daytime highs in the 70s, nighttime lows in the 50s. You don't have much of that humidity, and after a warm day, you get a nice, cool, comfortable night.
Well, I hope so, and I hope I don't have to turn on my heat.
No, we don't want to talk about
No, we don't want
next season.
No, that's
more like air conditioning.
Joe
we wanna talk
Garbaczyk. Have a good evening yourself.
about. Yes, we'll
have a good evening. See, I got it.
You
got it
right,
that
yeah.
time.